Hi guys, welcome back to Dream Queen. My little boo. See, it has my little scars and stuff, you know. Sometimes we have to embrace every part of ourselves. Welcome back to Dream Queen. Perla here. So any questions as to what is it that I do? Ooh, tongue tie there. Ooh, let's see what's gonna come up in this reading. Anywho, how I get the songs. Perla's gift. Services that I provide, etc., down below in the description. So we're gonna jump right in. We have Taurus. So Taurus, your song is Diamonds by Rihanna. I actually kind of like that song. Really didn't listen to it as much when it first came out. But from time to time, you know, something that pops up and you're like, oh, I like that. Anyways, the main part out of this that I'm taking is I choose to be happy. It's like it, like I choose to be happy. And the other part was I knew that we'll become one right away. So Taurus, you can see it's like, so again, this video can be whether you're a Taurus or your person's a Taurus. Yeah, I'm like on my ball and I'm like, I'm ready to just jump and let's get into this. So it's actually quite beautiful because it's like your energy and your person's energy are getting to that point where they are just ready to meet you at that energy level. So both your souls have been working through some things, but it's like most of the hard work has already been done. Most of the healing on their part is almost completed. On your part, it's like, as I always say, we always have healing that we have to go through, but it's like the things that are left for you to heal are so small compared to what you have to compared to what you've dealt in the past, that it's like, okay, I'm just gonna be happy no matter like what is thrown my way. And it's like you are not just saying that you're going to be happy. It is like you are doing everything that you possibly can to be happy and to stay in that gratefulness and happiness energy, because in the past you would get happy and you would like, it was simple things as like reading something or seeing something that reminded you of something that had not been healed, would drain your energy right away. So over time, you learned that they were triggers, and that if something made you feel, even if for a second, upset or angry or anything else like that just doesn't feel right, because I feel like you guys really, you know, a Taurus is un toro, you know, the horns, and they look very intimidating. They look very strong, and people tend to fear them, you know, because they're very like, it's a very strong animal. But it's like, you guys deep down, like your soul is like, so I just want to be happy. Like, people view me a certain way, but that's not who I am. You know what I mean? So it's like you no longer allow what people think or what people are saying or the way people view you to affect your inner knowing, so to affect your happiness. So when things do come up that trigger you, is like you will feel the emotion attached to whatever it is that has to be healed, but you're at a point where that feeling is lasting, if any, about a second, and then you come right out of it because you're like, we'll heal that, but I'm not staying stuck in that energy. And even as I'm working through it, even if it takes me longer than a couple of hours or longer than a day, I am not going to allow that energy to stay with me. And whether it is that you have to listen to music or write or go out into nature or go for a run or whatever it is that you have to do, you are doing it to make sure that you stay as happy as you can. And in essence, that is drawing your person closer to you, because it is allowing them to see that no matter what trials and tribulations we are going through at the moment, we do not have to stay at the lower vibration. We have to choose consciously to look at things from a positive way. And, you know, sometimes people are saying, you know, yeah, you know, you can try and look at things from a positive way, but that doesn't change the situation. It may not, correct. You may feel that it's not changing the situation because it's not happening instantly, but that does not mean that it will not change the situation. And even if it is, let's say, a situation that cannot be changed at the moment, your perspective towards that specific situation will change, which in an essence does change the situation, because it no longer holds the power that it once did in your life. So it is a matter of you choosing to look at everything with different eyes. It's like you're just, you know that your person is your person. Your person knows that you are their person. So it's like, for those of you that are in conflict verbally, where your person has been saying things either to you directly or about you to other people, or saying things to you in front of other people to kind of make themselves feel like the better person, you're just like kind of smiling through everything, not in an arrogant way, but just in a way like, seriously, that has nothing to do with me. So I'm not even gonna let that get into my space, because it's like, you know what you've healed, you know what you still have to work on, so you're not gonna allow anybody to mess with your flow, because right now you're in this energy like, you know what, I know who you are to me. If you want to be a part of my life, come on, because I know we're one, so just come forward. If you're still stuck in allowing other people's opinion and other people's thoughts or view on you affect you that much, then you stay over there until you're ready to come forward. And it's just that simple. And it's like, you know, some people that have gone through the healing process, that have gone through similar things that you have gone through, understand where you're coming from. Those that choose to allow the sadness and the anger and other people influence their day-to-day life are looking at you like, who the hell does he or she think they are? And, you know, in an essence, it has nothing to do with you, because those are things that they need to work out on their own. And some people are envious, is the word that wants to come up. Jealousy, but it's like, you are choosing to be happy. It is not to, like, it's not a pretend thing. So you're not pretending to be happy, and you are not doing it to try and make the people that hurt you in the past feel like, oh yeah, I'm living my best life. It is just, you literally dealt into those emotions. You dealt with the pain. You cried it. Some of you broke things. Some of you worked on yourself, like, to a certain point, to just release all of that thing, like all of that baggage that was holding you back for so long, then now you're just like, I'm over it. Like, I am literally over everything that does not bring me joy, that does not bring me happiness. And when I say that, I'm not saying that you need things to bring you happiness, but there are things, like things that people would say directly to you that can, and in essence, when a person is not consciously paying attention to the things that how they're receiving things, can cause you to lower your vibration and to become upset and things like that. And you're not allowing any of that to seep in. It's like it goes in one ear and out the other. So like, you know, when I was a teenager, I remember my mom used to be like, everything I say to you goes in one ear and out the other. Or, you know, like, because it's true. It's like, so when something is just doesn't feel right and doesn't feel like it belongs in your life, you're just like, oh, okay, you said it, but it doesn't hold any value. It doesn't hold any truth in what it is that I am doing and what it is that I have been through. So, you know, you have the people that understand, and then the people that are just looking at you like, yeah, that look. But you're just choosing to be happy. And honestly, that is not an easy thing to do. To stay in that flow, like because it's like, it's not that you wake up happy every single day. And it's not that you're happy 24/7. It is that when you feel that your energy is, you know, going down, you literally like catch it and reverse. And I'm like, no, we're going up. We don't have nothing to do down there. Like, we just climbed those stairs. Like, no, we're going up, not down. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, I feel that for a number of you that are choosing to stay in that, there are a lot of energies around you that are literally trying to tear that down, that are literally trying to, with little things. So it's like, it's not just one thing. It's like one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, trying to tear you down, trying to bring you down to their level. And you're just not giving in. And it's like, the one thing that I want you to understand is like, when we, you know, when we raise our vibration high enough, yes, we're not going to resonate with as many people as we did before, but there is a reason for that. The people that we're supposed to be resonating with, the people that are at our energy level, are the people that are going to start coming into our lives, are the people that we have things to learn from and things to teach, and are people that are willing to learn from you. And you are at a place where you're willing to learn from other people. And those people that are still stuck, or that their energies are trying to lower you, are not willing to learn, and really do not give two shits about teaching anybody anything. So, you know, at times, do you feel alone? Yes, of course, we all do. But isn't it better to feel alone when you're actually physically alone, versus being in a crowd, or being with a crowd, or being surrounded by hundreds or thousands of people, or even in a small intimate group of like 3 or 4 people, and you cannot relate to not one person in that group and feel completely alone. So it's like, personally, I'd rather have my 2-3 minutes of feeling alone while I'm physically by myself than in a group of people and feeling alone, like I can't connect. Because then what starts to happen? We start to feel like there is something wrong with us. So those thoughts, they start creeping in. The feelings of not feeling worthiness and all of that. And then what it starts to do is like, all the work that you have done with your alignment starts to go out the window. So does that mean that we're always going to be alone? No, but we need times in our lives where we have to be by ourselves, where we have to figure things out on our own. And you are in, like, a lot of you are in that place where when you have to dive into certain things that are very important regarding your path or your personal life, you are standing alone because you understand that only you and you alone can give yourself that self-love, that self-assurance, and that advice that, in an essence, nobody else can give to you, because the people that are around you right now cannot relate to you. So even though you have your moments of feeling alone, you are still choosing to be happy and looking at the positive side of being alone. So what happens when you are alone, when you separate yourself from the crowd? What happens is you start to feed yourself what you need. You start to feed yourself motivation, love, worthiness, everything, so that when you do encounter crowds and you can't relate to anyone, those thoughts, those energies from the past that will try, because they're constantly trying to seep in, don't even stand a chance, because you know who you are. But what happens? Society has created generation of people who fear being alone. They fear being an outcast. So what they do is when a person chooses to retreat, chooses to spend time on their own, to go within, to heal, to grow, society labels them antisocial, depressed, this, that, whatever you want to call it. When in no essence, all you're trying to do is be the best version of you without being told by others that you can be. So you guys are in this space that you understand that. So again, you're choosing to be happy. And I honestly, I'm gonna cry right now, because that is, in my opinion, one of the toughest choices that we consciously make, is to retreat from everything and everyone that we know, family included, to find ourselves, to find our voice. And a lot of people halfway, or literally towards the end of like that breakthrough, give up. They give up because they start slowly giving in to needing other people's approval, needing other people physically there. And I'm not saying that it's bad not being being around people, because it's not. When we retreat, it is not that we cut all communications with people. It is that the old things that we once did, so the way we used to socialize, the way that we used to speak, the way that we used to carry ourselves, all of that starts to change, because we no longer are in that energy. So we start, if you really look at it, when you started retrieving like yourself and you started separating yourself from different groups, you weren't even aware that you were doing it, because that's how it works. We start slowly, not relating. So first we start not engaging in conversations. Then we spend less time at the gatherings and things like that. And then we get to a point where we don't even want to show up. And we don't even understand why. Because these are people that we love. But it's just, they're stuck in that energy and they're choosing not to do the work. So when you're doing the work, you just can't be together. Because it's like, they're going to be talking about the telenovelas, TV shows, soap operas, and you're going to be talking about growth, about self-awareness. So it's like, you can be there, you can put yourself through that if you want to, but it doesn't really matter because you're not going to be able to engage with them because you're not energetically in the same place. And well, then you're going to be like, well, can we help them? Yes, but only those that choose to hear or listen to what you're saying are going to continue moving forward with you. And it might take the other people a little longer to catch up. And with some people you may connect, you can stay connected to in certain things, but not in everything that energetically wise is happening in your life. So, it's about like, basically what I feel is like the worst part is over because we are, I say we, and I'm not a Tauro. Yo no soy Tauro. I'm a Capricorn. But I say we because we're earth signs. So, we there. We are at a place in our life that we understand that leaving certain energies behind temporarily does not mean that in the future, near future, we won't be back together. So, because regardless of how much a person tries to avoid change, tries to avoid growth, at one point or another, it's going to catch up to them. And they're going to be forced in one way or another to start doing the work. And they'll catch up to you. So, excuse me, because you're in that understanding, you're just choosing to be happy. And I know the only thing that really came up about your beloved is that they know. And some of them are following your footsteps in choosing to be happy. And those that where your person falls in that group where they just don't get it, they'll get there eventually, but you are not focusing on that, which is beautiful. So as always, I'm gonna pull out my ancestors and angels and ancestors oracle card, and I'm going to pick up I'm gonna choose a card for to focus your energy on when it comes to those people that are trying to bring your energy down or trying to interrupt your flow of happiness. I don't really think that you guys need advice because the energy that I'm sensing is like you guys already know how to handle it. But some of you might probably still have some questions. This one came up for somebody else too recently. So it's winter. Take care of your needs. And that's exactly what you're doing. You are taking care of whatever it is that you need to do to stay happy. Well, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye-bye.